always a funny look. Okay, there it is. And I will hand over to Pia.
Okay, let me share the screen with our handy presentation that one of our members, Molly, made. Okay. Can everyone see? Okay, super. Okay, so basically, as you can see here, this is our beautiful logo, Caravan Way. Today we'll just talk a little bit about like what this actually means, what is the plan of this group, what is our mission, our goals, what do we hope for, what do we want to achieve, what do we want for in the future. It is still like very in the beginning stages of development because it's combined of people, like of young people from all over the world basically, and yeah, it takes a long time to develop something like this, but yeah, we're excited. Okay, wait. Next. Okay. So what do we stand for? Way basically means like is a short term for what about youth. Because it was basically a group that was created like because Caravan wanted to give young people more voices in their decision making, and also, you know, to and what we want to do now is to connect basically young people inside the Caravan network. Okay, Julian, do you want to add anything because you're here from the beginning?
No, you're doing a good job here.
Thanks. Okay, next. Who we are? Basically a collective of young people from the Caravan network. Right now there is 8 people in the group. It's me and then Julian, then Molly, who did this presentation from the UK, right? Which city, Will?
She's from Jordan in Ireland.
So I apologize, from Ireland. And then we have Hanan from Lebanon, Lorenzo from Italy, Dora from Circon, Tamara from Montenegro, Paavo from Finland. Am I forgetting someone? I think.
No, that's 8. Good
no,
memory.
that's 8. Perfect. Okay, so we're not a closed group, so like we are welcoming new members, but there is like it is important that you're active in the group. So anyone can join the group, but you have to be willing to be active and participate in all the meetings and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, what do we do? Basically, right now the structure is like this. We meet online once a month or once every 2 months, and we also have in-person meetings, maybe once a year, that are generally linked to the General Assembly. So the last in-person meeting that we had was in December in Brussels. So this is just kind of the structure. What we do is basically completely up to us. we can, like, Caravan is giving us really free hands to, or like, yeah, to do whatever we would like to do in terms of including young people, giving them a voice. So there is a lot of free space to decide to decide what projects we want to do, what kind of directions we want to go. So that's why it's really important uh, to attract people who have some sort of vision, who have who wants to give like who want to do something for young people. Oh, and here is Pavel from Sorin Circus, who is also a member. Hi, Pavel.
Hey.
Yeah, so like there aren't really any guidelines for what do we want to do. It's really up to us. Okay, maybe the first thing that like the Way group achieved was the like organizations of these mini ways, and I'm gonna take over to Julian to talk a bit about that.
Yes, and so the mini ways, it's probably one of the most concrete projects of the way, the things we already established. So the idea is actually that every participant of the way of Caravan, the What About the Youth, has in its own circus school a kind of a youth forum. So one of our first assignments was to gather a group of youngsters inside our own circus school, mostly youngsters from 14, 15 years old until 20, between this age gap. And the idea is to come together like once in 2 months, once in 3 months. First of all, to connect, because we have a lot of engagement with the youngsters in training, but besides training, youngsters also have the need to be with each other. And organizing a youth forum or like a mini way is one way to reach out to the youth in our circus schools. I think one of the most important reasons we do this is to create community, and from this community we hear the needs and we hear the wants of these youngsters, and instead of just taking these signals the youngsters they give us, we try to solve them together, like just organizing fun activities or activities they need together with them. So to give an example from my miniway, it's called Youth Planet because my circus school is Circusplaneet, and there's more or less like 20 youngsters involved. And first evening we came together and we ate pizza and we played games, and it's already 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and starting from there we tackled, well, we had a lot of fun nights and fun evenings with the activities, but then it got a bit more serious. Like we started talking or inviting people to talk about mental health and about how, just group pressure and stuff like this. So the youngsters really told me, okay, Circusplaneet means this for me, and by organizing these, and these, we can even make it better. So one of their requests, for example, was to go on a camp, a circus camp, but just with a small group of youngsters. So me together with the youngsters, we organized this camp, and it's interesting for them because they learn how to organize stuff. Like, oh, we have an idea. We don't just ring the bell and people will do it for us. No, we can do this ourselves. So they learn like these professional skills. It's a big word, but they learn that they can establish things. So yeah, I think for the emancipation, this idea for the youngsters is pretty good. Also, I think by creating this community of the mini way, it's really beneficial for your circus school because youngsters are like really connected and they like more engaged and more motivated to train circus, but also to help out on events and so on. Yeah, and I think one of the future ideas of the Miniway is to connect on international level. It would be really awesome because we have now 8 Miniways, and probably there are many more in the world, but 8 Miniways to connect the youngsters would be awesome. Yeah, but we're still a long way from that. I think I kind of told everything that's relevant, but if there's any more questions, you can ask them later. Or Pia or Pavo, if you want to add something, go ahead.
Yeah, maybe this idea that like one of the ideas of what we want to do is that now that a few people have experience with creating their own mini ways, we maybe want to create a document, or this could be a project that we do, that we gather all of this information and then share it, so the rest of like the Caravan circus schools can also create their own mini ways, even if their members are not in the way group, So yeah, in that way, they could all connect with each other. Okay, wait, is it not what? Okay, perfect. So now we go to the more general things, which like it was really important to establish what actually we want to do, what is our vision, what is our mission. So I'm just gonna present it here. This is kind of the basis of everything that we are gonna do. So in the last couple of months, years, we've been doing that, so establishing the basis of the group, and now we're going to build on that. So our vision is to have a future where the youth is empowered by their voices being heard and their needs being met through circus, and to pave the way for our youth. So pretty self-explanatory. We're envisioning a future where young people are connected and feel good about expressing their opinion, about voicing their voice. How do we plan on doing that? So we want to connect the youth to the circus community, also like Julian mentioned, empower them to express their opinion and work on their leadership skills, let them think about a future in circus and all its opportunities, and share our knowledge with our mini ways and each other. Okay. Now we're going a little bit more to the structure of the group itself. So this is just an example of how it is right now. It is subject to change, but just if someone is considering joining or wants to know, this is just a few roles that we have. So we have two of our lovely mentors. One of them is here with us today, Will, and also Bara, who help us a lot because, they have a lot of experience, and it's amazing to have them with us. Then we have kind of the chairman, vice chairman, note taker, bridge to Caravan, project team, and social media team. These are the roles for now, but of course, if we find new responsibilities, we're gonna add or subtract and so on. Okay, this is a really important one. It's our goals for 2024 that we made in December. And like, we are happy to say that some of these have been at least partly already accomplished. So a big goal that we were facing is making Way a sustainable group, because now after 2 years of being 2-3 years now of being active, like there was a problem of how do we make this group sustainable with old members going, new members coming. So that's why we had to completely restructure the whole group and make certain changes or like statutes that we want to follow. Then grow our social media presence and following. So people will know what the way is. This is also what we're doing right now. And we did launch an Instagram account, happy to report. So probably from there, I think it's just Caravan Way, no, if I'm correct. So if you're interested in the group, please follow us there, where there'll be a lot more updates soon to come. We want to spread awareness about ourselves and the miniways, which is what I just mentioned. And then just as a personal goal, apply for at least one project by the end of the year and make a strategic plan. Okay, next, these are a few of useful links to the Caravan Way. Maybe we can also share the presentation later with the rest of you, so you can access them. So we have our website, Instagram and Facebook page, our statutes, which was a big project that we needed to get done, code of conduct, Instagram guidelines, Caravan communications, and miniways. These things in red are basically the things that we've been working on now. So it's been a lot of setting up things, making sure that we have the groundwork for going forward. Okay, so this was basically all that we wanted to say. Like I said before, the future is really open. We were like, we have an open road to do whatever we want, basically. Now we're setting up the groundwork and then we're going from there. So any ideas or anything like that are really welcome. Julian, you wanted to say something? No, okay.
I wanted to say thank you, Pia, for that presentation. Thank you, Julian, also for your contributions. It's really amazing to see already how far this group, this project has gone since it was created in 2021. And we're so excited to see how it keeps growing and developing in the years to come. So thank you very much again. And I'd now like to just open the floor. Pia, maybe you can stop sharing the presentation and we can come back to the plenary and just have an open discussion. If there's anything that's unclear, if anybody has any questions or clarifications, or even just comments about maybe what's been done or how it affects you or your organization, we'd be very happy to discuss.
I want to say also, probably, maybe, I don't know, it sounds quite confusing right now. And that's because it's really in the kind of, like I said, groundwork stages. And that's why we're really asking and like trying to spread awareness about the group and asking for feedback and stuff like that. So we can go forward and build something that is really important for young people.
I had one question. How old are you in the main people in the Way group?
I think right now the oldest ones are turning 30, right? And probably the youngest are around Will.
I think it's Pavo the youngest.
Yeah, and I think I'm the youngest, and I'm 19 now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
but like our official age, like for joining, is from 18.
18. Okay. That was my question because I search a lot of people here for our school to join, but it's for us quite difficult because we are in the quite small city, and at 17 18 17 18 the people go in big city to study, and they are not anymore with us. So it's quite
Mhm.
difficult for us to join, and yeah, sometimes
did
come
say
back, but yeah.
we did say well, back me up here, guys, if it's correct, but like we could make some exceptions, no? Like if someone is, I don't know, 16 and really wants to join, these are special circumstances, and probably we can figure something out. It's not really a strict strict line. The reason why we put the age that we did is just because, first of all, of for traveling, like these in-person meetings, and then because now like we are starting to have, or like we do have quite a bit of responsibilities that we need to do, or also like administrative work and stuff like that. But if someone is eager and capable, why not,
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
I understand the age and this, yeah, sure. But thank you. Yeah, it was one question because I'm very interested in what you do, and we through the EVS, through the youth exchange, and we try to make that it's that the youth are involved in, and it's quite, yeah, to do that. And it was one very interesting project from Caravan, sorry, this ways group. But yeah, it's quite difficult to have some people who want to join.
yeah. For example, I started when I was, I think, 17 or 16. So I was younger than 18 when I started.
Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and that's definitely possible. And even it could even work in the sense that, I mean, one of the questions I was going to ask towards you is maybe if or what kind of youth leadership approaches Temps sur Temps might already have in place. Do you have a group of like a mini ways already? Because that can totally happen without having a representative on the way group, but then obviously it makes it maybe a little bit more difficult to be connected, unless there's someone like yourself, like a mentor role, who might participate in the youth forum in Temps sur Temps and then can feed back to the way or link them to Caravan. I think when Pavo was under 18, we had the in-person meeting in Finland so that Pavo didn't have to travel, but then there were some activities where he wasn't able to participate. But as Pia said, we're really open and willing to find solutions to get the organizations that are interested in having a youth-led approach to be involved and connected to this project.
Yeah, it's cool. We have like a mini way group, and yeah, I'm the mentor for this group. Yeah, but one thing difficult for us in Switzerland, it's that we are not in Erasmus plus, and every project with Caravan is quite difficult because we have to apply our national agency, and they are not the same deadline, and it's everything is quite complicated. But yeah, it's interesting to hear you.
What I'm thinking now, Magali, is maybe we can try and organize one of the future meetings as close to Switzerland as possible. So that then the travel wouldn't be so far.
Yeah, we can do that. Or we every time in Switzerland for us we try to organize one time a year some youth exchange, and to welcome youth exchange is for us not that complicated, and that can be an idea one time if one of the mini groups of mini way group wants to come in Switzerland. You can ask me too, and we can check if it can be possible, or to come to you. But when we go out for Switzerland, we have to apply in Switzerland, and yeah, it's quite another situation, but it's possible to do some youth exchange, and we search every year new people to do that. So if any mini way wants to come, you're welcome. And we can try to do that.
Great, thanks, Magali. Yeah, and I think that's definitely something that we should take note of, because maybe one thing that wasn't mentioned in the presentation, which also hasn't necessarily been a priority recently, or it was something that came up when we met in 22 and was an idea for last year, was to try and organize some kind of youth exchange to bring the mini ways together. So that they could feel that sense of international community and belonging, and kind of brainstorm together about what the youth vision of the Caravan network might be. So if and when that were to resurface, then we should definitely consider collaborating with Temps sur Temps and potentially coming and doing that in Switzerland. That would be great. Thank you, Magali.
Yeah, and the goal of our I know that for Erasmus it's quite the same, but here at the national agency in Switzerland, the goal of the national agency, it's very that it's youth for youth. It's not I'm the adult and I will do everything. It's not the goal of the national agency. It's like mini way. It's that the idea come from the youth, and that the youth think about that and think about the different activity we can do, the different how you have to do the budget and everything. So it's quite the same objective that you have in the way.
Fantastic. It sounds like, is there anybody who might be, I think you need to relaunch and see if there's anybody in your group who might be interested in joining us. Maybe you're always looking. Magali from the from your youth forum.
Yeah, I think so, but the problem for us, it's every time that at 16, 17 they go, and they don't stay in Temps sur Temps, because they go to Lausanne, to Geneva, to big cities, and then they search of some secret school there, and they don't come back to Temps sur Temps. Though they are not anymore in Temps sur Temps, they are in other secret school, and that every time quite a problem. A problem. It's not a problem, but yeah, it's the reality here. So I think about that, but for now I don't know. Yeah.
That's definitely like an interesting point that I think, well, at least for me, it hasn't come up in the conversation in the way group. So it's very interesting that you brought that up. But I just wanted to say, because I remembered that we were talking with the group that also the people who are not in the way group, because at one point, like not everyone will be able to be in the group, but we still want their opinion and stuff like that. We were thinking to, of course, it's gonna go slowly, but to through Instagram, basically to launch some sort of suggestion or something like that, or that we can through social media connect with the other youth in the Caravan network without them have to be in the actual group that organizes everything. Probably it's gonna take some time to make everything, but that's also one way where like also younger people could participate and give their opinion, their voice, and we can make decisions based on that without them have to, so they don't have to be in the actual group but still participate.
Yeah, it can be a solution. Yeah, a good idea.
Great. I wonder, Anna or Masha, do you have any questions or comments or things that you would like clarification on, or maybe how it relates to your organization?
I don't have.
Me too. Also, I thank to the nice presentation.
Anna, maybe I have a question for you, because I know from what Dora has reported back to us, but that there's quite a big youth forum in Circon.
Yes. We
Are you a part of this group?
yes, I think because we can we can learn how to teach small children, or we can I think in Circon are also the exchanges also.
Great. Pavo, I don't know if you have anything to add, maybe that wasn't mentioned. You also have quite a strong mini ways in Soren Circus, no? That's been established for some time.
Yes, it was already here before we started the Caravan way. It's here. It's not called a mini way. It's the like a student council. They usually organize little like get-togethers for the younger kids. Like there has been sleepovers at the circus, and they have also been a big part in the if we have had any exchanges of different circus schools. They have been a big part of that, and they also try to make it known if there's something like equipment or disciplines that students might want to try, and then they try to get the leaders to act on that. But yeah.
Great. Thanks, Pavo. All right. Well, I think that probably brings us towards the end of the presentation. Maybe I can ask Pia and or Julian for like a final closing statement. I know I didn't prepare you for this previously, but if there's like an overall takeaway or a lesson to be learned or something you want to leave with us as we depart to consider going into the future.
Yeah. Let's see. I think like a big thing, go follow us on Instagram. We're gonna like hopefully spread a lot more information or what we come up there. So that's a great way to share the knowledge. Please share the page with your students or your circus school. That would be amazing. We are always open to any suggestions or ideas of what young people want to do inside of this huge circus world. How do they feel? So we're always open to anything in this area. So feel free to contact any of us. Probably could be through Instagram, could be through Will, through Bara, or to us directly. Maybe if you want a link to this presentation, maybe leave your email in the chat, or you write to Will.
Yeah, I'll share some minutes from the meeting and the meeting presentation with all of you after probably sometime beginning of next week, once we collect all of that, along with contact email addresses and things like that.
Okay, super perfect. And that's pretty much it from my side. Thank you so much for joining. Julian, Pavo, do you have anything to add?
I think seeing now like the youth planet, the mini way inside of Circusplaneet has grown over the 2-3 years. I see it's really worthwhile to invest time and energy in this community. Like for now, we're collecting data to write our new strategic plan for the coming 5 years. And the input of our youngsters has been really inspirational because yeah, and we're gonna try to implement this in the strategic plan coming years. So yeah, and sometimes I'm surprised of their answers and their insights and what this community and circus means. So yeah, gives energy and keeps us motivated to do this. All right.
Thanks, Julian. Thanks, Pia. Thanks all of you for coming.
Thank you.
Your interest. It's really great to keep talking about it and keep pushing to, as you said, Julian, you know, for the young people to be at the center of the activities that we're proposing in the field of youth circus. You know, that makes sense, and I think we're all on the same page for that. So let's stay connected and let's keep this ball moving. And I think what you said at the end there, Julian, was interesting. The sooner you get something started, you know, 2 years down the line, it's already, you know, becoming something big. And so taking these steps and getting things started and initiated is a really good step. So thank you all for coming. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for participating in the Caravan Week, and we hope to see you at another session or at the General Assembly at the end of the week. Thanks very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Back to the lab again. Yep, the girls' rhapsody. Oh wait, I need that first. Plans of the girl. No, don't do it.